I might. I have to check. Baby.
देवाशीष भाई को बोलती हूँ कि हम लोग बाल्टीमोर में मैंने से पूछा था फ्लैश सांगे रे
देखिए पापा
नहीं
Asio. दे
Oh, we can take a boat over there and go. And there was a water taxi. Where had it gone?
Auto.
Get down. I'll show you from here. See that turtle? There's the turtle. Oh, look at it. Shy. See, ito ko nili. Baby, don't go anywhere. Baba? Did you see the stingray?
Hamburger.
Did you see the stingray?
I can't see.
साइड में जा
ଏଇଠି ସିଧାରେ ନଉଛନ୍ତି ଲୋକ
But you can see whatever they eat. It's right in them. They're clear. It's
those.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to National Aquarium of Baltimore Dolphin Discovery Exhibit. My name is Carolina, one of the trainers that works with our 8 Atlantic Galapagos dolphins here at the aquarium. And in this robo, we currently have 4 of our 8 dolphins. Their names are Nani, Spirit, Jade, and Maya. And right now, what we're getting ready to do is one of our common interactions that we do with our dolphins. Now, we can have a lot of different ways that we interact with our dolphins, of course, every single day. Right now, one of the purposes of behind this interaction is what we call water work. And essentially, it's just getting in with our dolphins and doing behaviors with them, or asking them to do behaviors with us. Now, you notice that we have 4 of our trainers kind of suited up. Of course, that allows them to get in the water and spend some time with some of our dolphins. Now, this is actually a pretty important part of our day and of the dolphins day. Now, of course, it seems very fun to swim with the dolphins, and it is, but it also has a very specific purpose, and that is allowing them to get to know us and getting to know them kind of on their territory, if you think about it, right? So, of course, they are air-breathing mammals just like you and I, but of course, they spend their lives underneath the water. So, allowing us to kind of enter into their environment gives us a little bit of a closer look at what they're really like. And again, vice versa, it allows them to get to know us kind of on their terms, for lack of a better word. So we actually try to practice this several times throughout the week, almost on a daily basis. And when I say practice, I mean that we are asking them to do behaviors with us that have already been taught to them. So we're not just getting in the water and simply swimming. We are getting in the water and asking them for things that they have already been taught, because it just gives them a better understanding kind of what's coming up next, right? So it is giving them a better idea of what we would like to see from them and what we are trying to do with them. So contrary to popular belief, you can't just get in the water and swim with a dolphin. You actually have to spend a good amount of time building a positive relationship with these animals. So it actually takes quite a while to be able to start swimming with our dolphins. It's something that takes time because, again, we're just simply getting to know them. First, kind of on dry land, and then a little bit more involved in the water. So as you kind of look around, you'll notice a couple of different stages of water work. Some is completely dry right now, right? So we've got Spirit over here. We've got some of our other dolphins, Jade on your left-hand side, right over there with an egg, and then Nani and Maya right there in the center. Now, all the behaviors that you're seeing asking our dolphins involve pretty much all the same kind of training or teaching. So it's all based on the system of positive reinforcement. You'll notice that when we ask our dolphins for a certain behavior, we give them a hand signal. Each behavior that we have has one hand signal that corresponds to it. So when you ask them to do something with a hand signal, like right there, ask you not to pull up and turn around. And sometimes, of course, it's not just your hand, it's an actual body movement. But she's asking her to do these things, and Nani is going ahead and choosing to do these things. And then, of course, if she doesn't do it,
Did you see?
she does what we ask her to do, she gets reinforced or rewarded for it. So you may think that fish is the reward, and that can be true. Fish, of course, can be very rewarding for our dolphins, but it's not just fish. It can actually depend on the dolphin as to what is rewarding or reinforcing. Now, for example, Nani seems to mostly just enjoy fish. She does a really good job. She gets a lot of fish. Some of our other animals, in particular Spirit and Maya, seem to enjoy toys. So if they do a really good job with something like behavior that we're asking them to do, they get reinforced maybe with a favorite basketball, maybe a frisbee that they seem to enjoy. Some of them even seem to enjoy ice cubes. So it really just depends on the dolphin and what they want to eat. Now, all the behaviors again that you see are based on a system of positive reinforcement. What happens when a dolphin does something much more graceful than you and I. And that's because, of course, they spend the majority of their time in the water. They're really more adapted for that life. So if you take a look at the streamlined kind of body shape of a dolphin, it's streamlined in order to reduce drag in the water. They have pectoral fins like you're seeing right over there, the ones that are on either side of their body, and those actually allow them to turn. It's kind of what allows them to go either left or right. So if they didn't have those pectoral fins, they'd essentially kind of just swim straight. The pectoral fins actually have bones in them. And if you were to take an x-ray of a pectoral fin on either side, then you would actually see that it has 5 digits. And it almost looks exactly like a human hand right inside it. Now they also, of course, are able to produce